Okay, today we're going to look at the solutions to the practice test for the regular exam for algebra equations and the number plane. So first question was simplifying the following expression by collecting like terms. Now we can underline the like terms that we see. We can see a squared and minus 8a squared. We can also see 3a and 6a. They're like terms, and we have 7 there as well by itself. So collecting the 2a and the minus 8a, we get 2a squared minus 8a squared. And collecting the 3a and 6a plus the 7, we get negative 6a squared plus 9a plus 7. Notice that the negative, the minus, stays out the front here of the 8a. For the simplifying the following expressions, a, here we've got 2a times 3b times 4a. So this is the same as 2 times 3 times 4. Sorry if we write the question. First, 2a times 3b times 4a. Underneath that, we can put all of the numbers together and put all of the letters together like this, and then simplify. 2 times 3 is 6 times 4 is 24, a squared b. And for b, 36ab over 6b. We can see there's a common factor of 36 and 6, which is 6 and 1. Common factor of b and b, so we're left with 6a over 1, which is equal to just 6a. For these questions here, substitution, we've got c minus a. We need to show that substitution. So showing that substitution, 9 minus 3 equals 6. And b, this is where a lot of people can get quite confused with b squared minus c. This is, b is negative 4, so we need to take the square of negative 4 minus 9. Now negative 4 squared is negative 4 times negative 4 minus 9, which is positive 16 minus 9, which is 7. Of course, if we just put that into our calculators, we'll be able to get that answer straight off, making sure we use the brackets there. Expanding and simplifying, we've got 4m plus 3. That's 4 times m plus 4 times 3, which is 4m plus 12. We stop there. 4m and 12 are not like terms. For our next one, we've got negative 2, 2x minus 4 plus 10x. This is negative 2 times 2x minus negative 2 times 4 plus 10x. So we get negative 2 times 2x is negative 4x plus 8 for the negative minus negative 2 times 4 plus 10x. So we're left here with the negative 4x plus 10x is 6x plus 8 as the answer. Factorising these expressions, firstly we write the highest common factor. The highest common factor, or rather if we write the question 4x plus 6, we can write the highest common factor of 4x and 6 is 2. So we take 2 outside the brackets and we're left with 2x plus 3 inside the brackets. For our second one, we've got 18xy plus 9y. The highest common factor here is 9y. So if we take 9y outside of the brackets, we're left with 2x plus 1. And we can check these by re-expanding them out. So for a, 2 times 2x is 4x, 2 times 3 is 6. 9y times 2x is 18xy, 9y times 1 is 9y. If we're solving these equations algebraically, 9u minus 6 equals 30. Our first step to both sides is we can add 6, and that will be left with 9u is equal to 36. We can divide both sides by 9, and we get u is equal to 4. We can substitute that 4 back in to the start and get 9 times 4 is 36 minus 6 equals 30 to check our answer. For B, we get 4, 7p minus 4 equals 40. We can expand this out to get 28p minus 16 equals 40. We can then add 16 to both sides and we get 28p is equal to 56. We can divide both sides by 28 and we get p is equal to 2. We can substitute that back in and check. 7 times 2 is 14, 14 minus 4 is 10, 10 times 4 is 40. So we know we're all good there. Solving the following equation, if we write out the equation, which we should do for each of our questions, plus 4 equals 3, 4 plus 3h. We can expand this out and get 10h plus 8 is equal to 12 plus 9h. We can subtract 9h from both sides and we get h plus 8 equals 12. We can subtract 8 from both sides and we get h is equal to 4. And we can check that the same as we've checked the other questions. Question 8, we need to calculate the values for y in the table provided, plot and draw an accurate graph. So negative 2 times our x is positive 6. Positive 6 minus 3 is 3. We've got negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4, minus 3 is 1. Negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2, minus 3 is negative 1. And we can see that we're subtracting 2 each time. So if we subtract 2, subtract 2, subtract 2, subtract 2 each time, continue, we can get our table filled in like that. Then in order to plot our graph, we need to plot all of our points on the graph. So we need to look at negative 3 on the x-axis. This is our y-axis here. Negative 3 on our x-axis all the way up to positive 3, and we can plot our points all the way down. Negative 2 on our x-axis and up to 1. Negative 1 on our x-axis and down to negative 1. 0 on our x-axis and down to negative 3, etc. We join our points that we've plotted using a straight line. Using our ruler, we put arrows on the ends to indicate that the line continues, and we label our graph with the equation that we were given originally, y equals negative 2x minus 3. We're asked to state the quadrant where all x coordinates are positive but all y coordinates are negative. So x coordinates are positive over here. So x is positive on this side of the Cartesian plane, and y coordinates are negative below the x-axis. So that means the fourth quadrant is the answer to that question. Question 10, we're in the modelling and problem solving questions now. X, y and z are whole numbers, where x, y over z is equal to a whole number greater than 1. If x equals 6 and y equals 3, list 3 possible values for z. Firstly, let's substitute in x, y over z. Z equals 6 times 3 over z, which equals 18 over z. So therefore, z must evenly divide 18 to 4 xy over z to be a positive whole number. So therefore Z can be equal to 1, 2, 3, not 4, 6, 9. It can't be equal to 18 because 18 divided by 18 is 1, and in the answer it says greater than 1. For question 11, we're asked to determine these missing expressions, so we need to work backwards. For A, we can see 2x plus 3x plus y. We need to, is equal to whatever A is, we add 2x and we get 3x plus y. So for that to be true, we need to get x plus y to be equal to A. For B, we're going, if we look at vertically, for B, 2x plus something equals 2x plus y. Well, that just has to be 2y then. That one's very easy. For our, we can look at vertically to get C as well. X plus y plus 5y means I'll be able to get x plus 6y. And then we can do the right-hand column vertically as well. 3x plus y plus 7y means I'm going to get 3x plus 8y. For question 12, we're asked to identify and the two places where Scarlett went wrong in her working. So for A, we need to find where she went wrong. Now, the first step she did was divide by 4. It would probably be easier if she added 8 first. So she should have added 8 first. That's the first mistake she's made. The second mistake that she's made is that she's added 8 to 3 and gotten 12, and 3 plus 8 is 11. So 3 plus 8 equals 11, not 12. They're the two mistakes that she's made. You might have said that she, when she divided by 4, she should have divided the 8 by 4 as well, which also would have been true. Okay? And then B says to solve using correct working. So 4g minus 8 equals 12. We need to add 8 to both sides, and we get 4g is equal to 20. And then we need to divide both sides by 4, and we get g is equal to 5. For question 13, we need to write an equation for this situation. If Lauren bought 4 pens, 4p, so we can say, we've said p is the cost of a pen, we're being told that's true, so 4 pens plus $1.50 newspaper is going to be equal to 2 pens plus a $4.90 magazine. Then we're asked to solve the equation. So in order to solve the equation, we can take 2p from both sides, and we get 2p plus 1.5 is equal to 4.9. Then we can take 1.5 from both sides, and we get 2p is equal to 3.4. And then we can divide both sides by 2 and get p equals 1.7. We should then write a sentence. Therefore, the cost, answering the question, the cost of 1 pen is $1.70 if we got 1.7. Last question, explain why the equation x plus 3 equals x has no solution. We can say a couple of things here, but the main reason is for if any number has 3 added to it, it is no longer the same number. Therefore, this equation has no solution.